What's up, you guys? Slim here with a new video today. I'm here to bring you guys the next episode of Damn, I Miss This Deck. And this one, you guys, is really special to me. This is Frazier Smith's 2010. That's right, 2010. First place YCS Atlanta Gravekeeper deck profile. This is where Gravekeepers first won their first YCS, took everybody by surprise. The top four had 3 Gravekeeper players from Philadelphia in it. Frazier ended up winning. He played Sean McCabe in the finals in a mirror match. Everyone was taken by surprise that this deck won the event. It was amazing. No one knew what a lot of these cards did. The release of Gravekeeper's Recruiter is what really pushed the deck to the next level. The ability to play 3 copies of Royal Tribute was just insane, and it's what propelled him to win the entire event. The deck was amazing. It locked out so many decks. The main decks at the time were like the Debris decks, the X-Sabers decks, and Necro Valley just said no to all of that. It really just shut down a lot of the strategies that players were trying to do back then. So I'm going to get into it, you guys. First off, I hope you guys will enjoy this episode. If you do, please smash that like button. 50 plus likes would be awesome for the next episode. Please suggest the next deck you would like to see. We have a 6-year time span, you guys. It's been 6 years since this deck won that YCS. It's just crazy to think that 6 years has passed already. I've always been a Gravekeepers fan. This is what made me fall in love with the deck to begin with, and it's just great to really see how the deck has, you know, it's not as great as it used to be, but it still continues to progress as the format continues. So let's get into it. So first, monsters, you play 3 Command It, self-explanatory. Get to your Necro Valley, 2100 beater under Necro Valley. 2 copies of Assailant. Assailant was amazing. He was able to get over problematic monsters by shifting them to defense. His 2000 attack with Necro Valley helped him push over pretty much any problematic monster, so he was really, really good. 3 copies of Descendant. Descendant was a combo piece. Basically, you would use Descendant and Recruiter to pop your opponent's back row. He said you would always pop back row with the deck. Descendant was just solid, 2000 attack beater. You know, you get Recruiter, you flip Spy, get Recruiter, get the piece you need, and you just start popping away your opponent's back row and just start beating him down for game. So really, really solid card. Best monster in the deck obviously was 3 Spy, self-explanatory. Search pretty much everything, whatever you would need. So basically you would flip Spy, get Descendant, summon Recruiter, or flip Spy, get Recruiter, summon Descendant, whatever combo piece you were missing at the time, to just start plussing off your opponent and clearing away their back row. So really, really solid card. 2500 defense under Necro Valley was fantastic too. And the last of the monsters was at the time the newly released Gravekeeper's Recruiter. Basically searches any monster in the deck. It does exactly what you need it to do. It's fantastic. You know, it goes to the graveyard, it floats, you know, you just light years ahead of your opponent playing, you know, this card. So it's fantastic. So that was for the monsters, only 14 monsters. The reason why the monster count was so low is whenever you resolved a Royal Tribute, you rarely wanted to have monsters in your hand. So that was pretty simple to why you did that. For the spells, 1 copy of Allure, you have all darks, 1 dark hole, mass removal, 3 Royal Tribute, best card in the deck. It you know, it was like a crush card virus. Basically you went Necro Valley, Royal Tribute, you know, your opponent lost every monster in their hand, you lost barely anything. You could always use Gravekeeper's Stell to bring them back, and it was just crazy. Royal Tribute was just like the MVP for this deck. It just destroyed so many players. A turn 1 Royal Tribute could just win you the game flat out. It was amazing. Now we know why that card is definitely at 1. It was like crush card virus is the way Frazier put it in his interview. So yeah, 3 copies of Duality. You know, you got to get to what you need. Duality was an expensive card, but you play it to get to, you know, to the combo pieces you need. 2 copies of Stell, get back your Gravekeepers. You know, you pop them off with Descendant, just add them back with Stell. It was crazy. Broken plays. 3 copies of Book of Moon. Yes, Book of Moon was at 3 at the time. Such an amazing card. You could use it defensively with Spy. Being able to set down Spy, reflip it is fantastic. Being able to book any problematic monster that you couldn't get over was also great. Book was just a very versatile, flexible card during this format, so it was amazing that it was at 3. And then he ran only 2 copies of Necro Valley. I didn't fully understand this, but it was because you had 5 copies with Command It, so it's all you needed. He cited the last copy if it was really needed in the matchup, so it must have worked because, I mean, it took him all the way to the finals. So he played 3 Command It, 2 Valley, so for a total of, in a sense, 5 Necro Valley. And then to the traps, 2 Bottomless, you know, self-explanatory, just general removal. 1 Mirror Force, you know, punish anyone who overextends. 2 Starlight Road, protect all your back row, bring out Stardust, pretty much game. If they try to heavy storm you, try to do anything, you just kill them with that. 2 copies of Dimensional Prison. Get over problematic monsters. Banishing monsters is really important. Really good out to Stardust Dragon, because Stardust was always a problem for most decks. You just deprison it away, it's gone. 1 Compulse, same thing. Solid removal. Getting over any Synchro with ease is awesome. And then the Solemns, which was 1 Solemn Judgment and 2 Solemn Warnings. So that's it for the main deck. For his extra deck, he played 2 copies of Chimera Fortress for any machine decks. He used Cyber Dragon in the side deck, so self-explanatory. 1 Mistworm for the 9. 1 Scrap Dragon. 1 Colossal Fighter Rider, 3 Stardust. He does play 2 Starlight Roads, and he would have a way to bring up Stardust Dragon itself if he had a level 4 or 3 in a Veiler that he does side, so it could come up that he would need 3. 1 Black Rose Dragon, you know, massive board wipe. Arcanite Magician, fantastic card, being able to pop cards, very easy to make in the deck. 1 Goyo Guardian, best level 6 at the time, alongside Brionac. Brionac was just amazing. You just bounce stuff back, you know, win the game. 1 Magical Android for a solid level 5. Gaining life points was important. 1 Catastor, get over anything that's non-dark. And Armory Arm to equip and do crazy plays with Colossal Armory Arm. For the side deck, his MVP was 2 Malefic Stardust Dragon. A lot of people didn't know what this did. It protected Necro Valley from being destroyed. In his interview with Pro Winston, he said that Malefic Stardust was on the board. He had Necro Valley. His opponent tried to get rid of Necro Valley. Couldn't do it. He didn't know what the card did. He wasted his card, basically. It was crazy. This card was amazing. Protecting Necro Valley, 2500 beat stick. Very hard for the opponent to get over. So it was an awesome, awesome choice. 2 copies of Cyber Dragon, like I said, to go for the Chimera Fortress, also just a really solid summon. 2 Effect Veiler, get over problematic monsters that'll give you any issues. 2 Noblemen to cross out anything your opponent sets. You know, get rid of spies if need be, get rid of whatever you need. Just a fantastic card overall. 2 Smashing Ground, get over problematic big monsters. 2 Typhoons, simple back row removal. The 3rd Necro Valley when needed against decks that really were heavily reliant on Graveyard. The 2nd Compulse, really good removal, and Oppression for decks that like to special summon a lot. So that's it, you guys. That is from 2010. We were talking 6 years ago. Frazier Smith's first place Gravekeeper's deck from YCS Atlanta 2010. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. 50 plus likes is all I'm asking for the next episode. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Please comment below with your thoughts on the deck. If you're a Gravekeeper fan, if you remember these days, if you'd love to see Book come back to 3 like I would, it'd be awesome. And just let me know what decks you'd like to see here on the series, and I'll bring them to you soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.